is 2020-13 PECO Energy Company for a special exception in Chapter 300, Article 5, Section 300-37 and 39 of the Township Code is amended. The location is 2090 Sproul Road, which is at the corner of Sproul Road and Cedar Grove Road, and is in the N zoning district. A public utility facility is a permitted use in the N district if it meets the standard for a special exception. The applicant is also asking for a variance to Chapter 300, Article 8, Section 300-111. As the Township Code amended, they are asking to surround the facility with an 8-foot high fence or wall.
This major project, within a scope of about 10 years, our ability to deliver natural gas adequately, safely, in sufficient supply would come into question. The typical gas preheaters, depending upon the temperature when the gas comes in and the temperature outside, it may have to be heated in order for it to be regulated and processed to a lower pressure amount and exited to the network of distribution pipes. May I see the next? This is an illustration of the fence. As was pointed out earlier, the Township Code allows a fence of 6 feet in height. Here we're asking for an additional 2 feet in height. And there are many reasons for that. Let me first of all go to the next slide, which is a cut of the fence material. You'll notice it's thicker than most fence material and it is insulated. That insulation is for sound. Federal regulations require that gas be odorized. The system here is designed to prevent any venting into the atmosphere. Because you can never say never, PECO has in place a standard protocol and procedures in the event that there is a venting to safely handle of the situation and to filter the odors. The sound, there will be some sounds that might be made as controls are opened and closed, as gas goes through the system, as the heater, natural gas heaters go on and off. And so there'll be some sound there. Right, so the code, and somewhere I have it here, but you folks probably do, whatever those are, and I think it's 50 and 60 decibels, will be required to meet those. Or we'll have to come back for some relief. Let me point out that first responders who get here will not be able to get in the building. That's the point of the fence and the locks and all the securities. So it's the important people for PECO to get there. But
of another location, where else do you have a similar transfer station that PECO has put in place and is in operation at this time?
There won't be one very nearby, but Henry, are you able to respond to that question?
I mean, it's probably better for Tim.
All right, Tim.
Yeah. This is Tim Flanagan. So I manage the gas system for PECO. So and this will be following underneath my domain in terms of work. We do not have any other reliability stations. This is the first such animal that we have created. Just to give you some background, and I know Neil did a really good job with it, and if I'm going too long, shut me down, it's okay. This will be the first time we're moving a reliability station anywhere. We typically have gate stations, which are a transfer point between the pipelines such as Texas Eastern and Transco into our system, into the PECO system, and that's a custody transfer point. This is not that, but that's the most similar thing that this reliability station would mimic. The reason we're calling it a reliability station, there is no pipelines coming in, it's all gas mains, and it's really a backbone that we're running from West Conshohocken from the pipelines, right? The pipelines, we have a Transco and TETCO up there along with our LNG plant, and it's a backbone to feed the Delaware County area for augment the existing gas infrastructure in the Delaware County area to make sure we have safe, reliable gas be delivered to the customers. So this would be the first of its kind on the PECO system, to answer your question.
Cedar Grove Road, just so that we're not, it doesn't sort of look like a like a large prison almost, like sitting right in front on the corner.
As I'm scrolling through my brain, and I'm following your path of your pipeline, and I feel like there's more suitable areas where you could place your building for your first time available, rather than at a busy intersection right there at the corner of Cedar Grove Road. Could we talk about the safety of your building? So the fence that you're requesting is made of plastic, is that correct?
Plastic panels and steel piers in between.
So, and then the building itself is constructed of what?
The building will also be of steel construction.
It's 100% steel, did you say? I'm sorry.
Yes, steel construction with insulation on the interior.
The building is,
That's correct.
not the fence. Okay. So have you tested this building against, say, like moving object at a rate of speed of, and if it would sustain that type of accident or damage?
I would say no, we have not.
If there was, say, an automobile or a tractor trailer or something traveling at a high rate of speed, and it's smashed into this new building that has never been installed anywhere else, what would we expect to happen in our community?
If there was a damage to first of all, it has to go over the setbacks. It has to go through the wall. And the distance to...
Well, it hasn't been tested against the rate of speed, so exactly. So what happens if a vehicle is traveling at a high rate of speed and crashes into the building? What do we expect? And there's a house being built right behind that, and there is a restaurant right next to it that's always packed with people. So I want to know if something ran into that building, what will happen?
It's being monitored 24/7, and
No, I
building
want to know if it will explode. Will it just be a gas leak? Like what will happen?
Oh, I got you. Neil, do you want me to step in on this?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so a couple things to more direct to your answer. If there was a vehicle that careened off the road and ran through the building and hit the piping is where I think you're going with this, if I'm not mistaken, we expect that there would be no explosion. And I'll explain that to you in 1 second. It would more than likely be a leak. The reason there would be no explosion is because it's too rich for it, right? You have to have a gas to an air mixture, proper air mixture, because it's 100% gas, it can't ignite. It's no different than in the gas mains anywhere, right? So I think you understand all that. So we expect that there would be a gas leak, and certainly it would be all odorized, so the neighbors would certainly smell it. The fire department would probably be notified, et cetera. And we would also see that in our control.
Thank you. And then the other last thing, the other locations you looked at for this, were they in busy intersections?
Does anybody know the answer to that? I don't know the answer.
I know someone said there was other locations you looked at, and this one fits best.
Yeah, Henry, you were closer to the locations, right?
Right, and we needed to be near the gas main that's on the existing gas main on Sproul Road. So a lot of what we looked at were on Sproul Road. So it's a similar. They were of similar, I guess, congestion or whatever as Sproul and Cedar Grove. The advantage here was it was vacant. It had been a gas station for a long time.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
All right.